Obviously, that was a big win for us, and a big win for the program. I thought, the game itself, obviously we were opportunistic early and scored on our chances, even though territorially I thought Michigan State had the play in the first. We were able to capitalize. What I really liked, though, was, we gave up the shorthanded goal against, and that was a big momentum shift. And he scored a 4-on-4 goal, and I thought our guys did a good job of buckling in and playing very solid defensively. Noah played very well. Then we got the power play goal late. Other thoughts, we held them 0 for 5 on the power play. That was huge. And Antonio, to my right, was a big reason for that. He's first off the bench on the PK. Him and Kowalski, and they did a great job up front for us on that. And then we were able to get 2 on the power play. So really strong game, great goaltending, and opportunistic on our chances. In the third, I felt like, even though at times territorially they had the puck in our zone and they had a lot of shots, I thought we were doing a good job net front and keeping those shots out to the perimeter, so we weren't too panicked about it. What we were more concerned with was their line rushes against us. They were really good, and they created a lot on their line rushes. So, we felt if we could keep our third forward high, don't have them die down, make sure we had numbers back. As long as they didn't get goals off the rush, we felt pretty comfortable, even if we were in our own zone. So I think that was the key in the third. And obviously the power play goal. We needed one more. We did, and that was big. He played very well. He did. But then, we're kind of used to that. We've had good goaltending all season. So, yeah, I hate to say it, we're getting pretty used to that, which is not a bad thing, I guess.
With last year's game against Michigan State kind of going the same way until the very end, you gave up 4 goals at the end. What was the message to the players after giving up those 2 goals to hold it there?
Yeah, we didn't. Certainly we didn't bring up last year. I appreciate you doing it tonight. Just kidding. That was a long night, I can tell you that. But no, obviously it was, I don't know, V, was it in the back of your mind at all?
A couple of guys were talking about it, but we knew we'd owed them one, so.
Yeah, but I could say, it pops in your mind, but this is a different team this year. And, if you look back last year, we're coming off a year before where we only won 1 game. And we weren't comfortable in those situations, and we really showed it last year with that when we ended up really losing that 3-goal lead, and we showed our lack of being in those kind of moments. And this year, and then the second half of last year we started to win more, started putting ourselves in that position, and this year we put ourselves in that position much more too. And outside of, I think, the first game against Miami where they tied it late on us, we've been pretty strong holding that lead late in periods and late in the game.
You guys started quickly. Was that one of your keys to the game? Start getting ahead of Michigan State quickly?
No, I'd like to say that was drawn up, but it wasn't. It was just one of those things where the chances we had, which I don't think. I looked up at one point. I think we scored 3 goals on 5 shots. Well, that doesn't happen very often. We just had good, some good looks and some good opportunities. McGrath on the breakaway, and Dealstra scored on a face-off, which is really a great individual effort. So we had some real good individual efforts, but realistically, we kind of survived that first period, even though we had a 3-0 lead. It was more, I thought, us being opportunistic at, and pucks were going in for us. But I thought we played better as the game went on in terms of as a unit of 5 out there.
As you were talking about at the very beginning, they came at you and throwing a lot of shots at you, and how big was it to get that first goal, and did that lots of ways got you guys going, and there was a little bit of momentum shift right there?
Yeah, I think it helped, obviously, getting the first 2. And that's where I think Noah really deserves high marks. They're getting a lot of shots in the first, and he's keeping them off the board, and that gives us a chance to get our feet underneath us, and along the way, get a couple goals and maybe settle us down a little bit. And like I said, I think I felt more comfortable on the bench in the second and third, even when they scored twice in the second, one being a power play goal. I think, the first one was shorthanded for them. I was worried after the shorthanded goal. That's a huge momentum swing, and then they banged to get a 4-on-4 goal. Again, Noah made some good saves until we were able to extend the lead to 2 goals again.
Now, heading into tomorrow, I don't know who you
I can't tell you. You got to know that as a reporter.
All right.
Yeah. All right, Western Michigan.
Yeah, what do you guys do to keep the momentum heading into tomorrow?
Well, you know what? We want the guys to enjoy this one tonight. This was a big win, and I want them not to worry about tomorrow until tomorrow. And then tomorrow morning, I had a chance to watch Washington. They look really good today, and they've got some firepower up front. So we'll dissect them again tonight, and then, have a presentation for the guys tomorrow. But, it's a whole different game, a whole different team. So, we'll have to adjust some things accordingly.
So first thing you said was a big win for the program. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, well, it kind of, in a couple ways. One, it did go back to last year when we did have that 3-goal lead against State at our home rink and ended up losing. That was a crushing defeat, crushing. But then from there, so now you add that into the equation, and maybe where we've gone in a year's time. You add the fact that it's Michigan State. It's a Big Ten opponent, in-state school, so that's a big deal to us. And then it's at the GLI too, which is in my opinion the premier college hockey tournament that's in the country, and it's been that way since its birth 57 years ago. So you add all 3 things. That's a big win for us.
And so throughout the season, you gave up 15 out of given up a handful of penalties, power play goals. And how did you feel that in this game where you did pick up penalties and you were able to keep them out of the match?
Yeah, it seems like we were talking before the game. It seems if we can keep teams really to 4 or under on penalties, our penalty kill is really, really good. But when they start going north of 4, which we crept to 5 tonight, but we start getting in the 5 to 7 range, and it seems like we give up a couple, 3 a night. And it's pretty obvious why. We overuse the guys that are penalty killing, and they start to get tired. And eventually, they're in your end of the rink. If enough pucks are around your net, they're going to start going in. So if we can keep it to 4 or under a game, it goes a long way for us.
So we gotta get you a question. So kind of talk about your team's defensive performance on your end. Only 2 goals off of 44 shots. Kind of talk about that.
Well, yeah, obviously, as Coach said, it starts with Noah in the net. He's been great for us. We have 2 good goalies. Other than that, just guys stepping up and blocking shots when they can, and just playing hard in those areas in the D zone.
And overall, you must be very, very happy with the defense. And even though Noah did face a lot of shots at that first period, it seemed like they were not. They were good shots, but not like what happened in the third period where they were knocking on the doorstep. And that obviously you guys did the job, and you're able to prevent them from getting clean and great shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Noah in the third period definitely had a couple that were close calls. The one that they reviewed, it was close, but he played big for us there at the end, and the D stepped up.
Yeah, I agree with the block shots too. There was a lot of block shots by our guys too, and they did a great job. And then I thought our defense and forwards did a good job in front of our net, making sure there wasn't rebound opportunities. Noah does a great job stopping the first shot, but like any goalie, if there's a rebound after that, a good chance, it's pretty tough to make that second save. So I thought he did a great job, Noah, in making the first save, and the guys were pretty strong on sticks around the net to keep them from getting really a super great A opportunities.
Oh yeah, it feels really good. We came in here wanting to make it to tomorrow and play at the 7 o'clock game, and I thought we all came out there tonight and played as a unit, as a team, and we're pretty happy with our performance tonight.
Coach, this isn't the first time you've been a ranked team this season. Where does this put Ferris in the conversation, and what does it goes to show about this team?
You mean the conversation of maybe being ranked? Or, yeah, no, we're not there yet. We're 1 game over 500 as we sit here. I'm not too worried about that either. We'll just keep banging away at this. And what was the second part of that?
What does it show about the team? What does it say about the team when you do multiple ring opponents?
Well, what I do like is our leadership on this team. I think we've got really strong leadership, and it helps us with our short-term memory. At times, we lost, we got beat back-to-back games for the first time in a while. We lost the first night at St. Thomas, and I thought the leadership did a really good job of righting that ship for the second night, which was a big win for us in St. Thomas. So, we keep chipping away, but along the way, the good goaltending helps us, and the leadership of our leadership group really has done an outstanding job.
And I know you just talked about it, really obviously you swept Minnesota State and you guys obviously defeated Michigan State. Is there something about this team you feel maybe you do maybe match up a little better against maybe some of these top echelon teams teams that have been really good all season?
Well, I think that college hockey's is in a unique spot right now. It's pretty even. There's not a lot that separates teams. So the teams, wins from teams that are unranked against ranked teams is not that uncommon this year. It's like if you look at our league, the spread between our top team and our bottom team, maybe looks like a lot on paper, but it's not. Every one of those games is tight, and if you look around the scores in college hockey, it's close, and usually at the end of the day, it's a little bit of puck luck and your goaltending that's going to get you through. So, yeah, we like, obviously it feels great to beat a ranked opponent, but on the same token, we've gotten beat by teams below us, and I didn't feel like it was a huge upset, for us to get beat in those games. There's not much that separates teams right now.